Hey, it's Coach Ben from Online Soccer Skills, and in today's video we're going to be having our first Q&A. And I had a video last week. I just wanted players to write in either on email or I wanted them to comment with any questions or problems they had. So today we're going to answer some of those questions. So the first question I got is from Chris, and he says, "Hey Coach Ben, I've really enjoyed the videos, but I'm having a hard time balancing school with practicing on my own. I'm not sure what to do. Can you help me?" So Chris, it's very important, number one, that you make school your priority. And there's so many players out there who spend so much time training and they neglect what they're doing inside of the classroom. So if you do that, then you'll never give yourself a good chance of getting a scholarship. But there's ways where you can, train really hard and do really well in school. And the way you're gonna do that is by waking up earlier. So I would wake up an hour or 2 hours before you actually go to school. And that way, if you have any schoolwork that you need to do, you can do that, but you'll also have time to train. So you can train before school, or you can stay after your practice and put in extra time training. But make sure school is your priority. You have to make good grades if you want to go on and play in college. That's very important. So the second question I got is from Elizabeth, and she says, "Coach Ben, who is your favorite team?" So right now, my favorite team is Chelsea, and I've been following Chelsea probably since I was 13 years old. They're one of my favorite teams to watch, and I love Jose Mourinho. I think he's the best manager in the game. I don't really follow the MLS too much, even though I'm from America. I do like to follow the Premier League and the Spanish League. So those are my two favorite leagues to follow. But Chelsea is definitely my favorite team. And you can comment below, guys, with whoever your favorite team is. All right, the next question I got is from Josh, and he has two questions. He said, "Did you see the US versus Brazil game?" And he also asked, "Do you think the US will ever win the World Cup?" So I'll go in order there. I did watch the US versus Brazil game, and the US got slaughtered. We had a really hard time, doing anything against Brazil that game. And if you watch that game, Brazil just totally dominated us, pretty much from the start of the game all the way to the finish. And so that was a pretty poor performance, I thought, from the US. And I think they have a lot more potential than what they showed. But I did watch that, and it was pretty frustrating. But Brazil, looked really good to me. I think they have some of the top players in the world right now, with Neymar and a few other guys. So they put it to us. But do I think they'll ever win the World Cup? I think that we can. But a lot has to change, I think. There's a lot of things that happen when players are younger here in the US. They have to take soccer more serious. They have to put more time into training and play at a more competitive level. A lot of times kids play multiple sports here in the US, so they're not really putting all of their focus into soccer. But I think soccer is getting more important now. It's getting bigger and more popular. So I think in the future we will have a good chance of making it that far and having a really good chance to win. But technically, the players have to get better at a younger age. That way, when they're older, they can play at those high levels that all of the international players are playing at right now. So I hope that answers your question. All right, the last question is from Omar, and he asks, "Coach Ben, I've watched your how to juggle video, but I'm struggling to get more juggles. What do I do?" So if you haven't watched that video yet, just click this button right here. That way, I'm gonna break down how to juggle for beginners. That way you can, get more juggles. But Omar, to answer your question, I wanna ask you a question. When you're juggling, are you taking smaller touches like I show you in the video, or are the touches you're taking kind of out of control? And the other question I wanna ask you is, how often are you juggling? Is this something that you're doing every single day, or are you just trying it once a week? I know when I was younger, I had to practice juggling a lot, and I had to do it every single day with my right and my left foot. That way I could get more comfortable juggling. So you want to try to train a little bit harder, but use the techniques that we talk about, and I promise, over time, if you stay consistent, you're gonna be able to juggle more. So, try to take small touches, get the backspin with the ball, and you'll get a little bit more consistent with your juggles, and you'll juggle a lot more, but it takes time. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. We're gonna be doing these a lot more. So if you could just comment below with any questions you have. I want to do these probably once a week. So comment below, let us know, what you're struggling with, any questions you have for me personally, and we'll make more videos. Also, if you're brand new to this channel, I want you to click this button right here. You're going to be taken to a page where you're just gonna tell me what position you play, and I'm gonna send you our highest level skills workout. All of our top players who train with us, they go through that workout and see great results. So click that button right there. That way you can take full advantage of that. All right, I'll see you guys soon.